Showtime. What's going on, Corey by Fantasy Football League? I'm your host, the messenger. Come back to another week of Power Rankings, man. And y'all already know what it is. It's Corey block or no block. You feel me, dog? And I want y'all to know, we really the NFL this fantasy shit. I bet you there's some soft shell taco motherfucker out here thinking that they could do what we do here. Bless your heart. Some motherfuckers probably think that they can replicate what we do here. On Corey block? Come on, man. Thinking that they can create another NFL. Nigga, we the NFL. Motherfuckers out here running the XFL. Corey block, you know what we bout. We are what motherfuckers aspire to be. But let's continue on, because wow, what a week 2 it was. Aren't there some surprises here that we've really seen through 2 weeks? The top dogs from last year are at the bottom. The league loser is damn near at the top.
What in the blood, man?
Nah, this can't be real. It is. But like SEKAYI said,
some got a chance, you ain't lying.
And boy have they. We are still early in the season. Only 14% of the way through the regular season. So I want y'all to listen to this. In our first 4 years of the league, we're in year 5 right now, but in those 4 years, 11 teams started off at 0-2. Of those 11 teams that started off at 0-2, only 2 of those teams have gone on to make the playoffs. Those 2 teams being the Antagonists and Josh. There are 4 0-2 teams right now this year, which is the most in a single season in league history. So that brings us to 15 total teams that have started off at 0-2. And some of them might have been repeat owners, but still 15 teams. So with the odds stacked against you 4 owners that are 0-2, which of you will beat the odds? Or will you just be another statistic? And for our winners, up at the top, don't get comfortable. There have been teams that have started at 2-0 and missed the playoffs. Those 2 teams being RAQUAN and LOPEZ. And really, it's just the inverse of the losers for the winners. 11 teams in 4 years, 15 and 5. So yeah, the odds may be in your favor, but anything can happen. There are 12 more weeks of the regular season. So if you already think you have made it, you haven't. And if you're at the bottom, there's still a chance. Everyone needs to stay locked in. Now let's get to these power rankings. Coming in at number 12, down 1 spot from last week. Sitting at an 0-2 record, we got JG.
Somebody smell like shit!
I'm actually so disappointed in where you are as a team. Not only are you 0-2, but you're worse in scoring, averaging a little over 100 a game. Nasty works. You went from losing in a chip to smelling like shit. But I got some hope for you this week. You got RAQUAN this week. So in hope of you doing something this week, I'm going to give you the same thing that I gave Justin last week. No diddy. You will bounce back this week and win. That's a guarantee. Coming in at number 11, down 1 spot from last week, sitting at an 0-2 record, we got Zay. Coming in at number 10, down 2 spots from last week, sitting at an 0-2 record, we got JEMAR. Right now, you're in a similar boat as JG. You know, in the chip last year, now at the bottom. I don't like that from you. You and him both haven't won since last season. Y'all were the winners last season. Most wins. Yeah, bro, this is nasty works. Get it together. Because I do know some other Rudolphs who haven't lost yet. Coming in at number 9, up 3 spots from last week, sitting at a 1-1 record, we got RAQUAN. I see you know how to get the job done also, if you know what I mean. A win is a win, right? No matter how small. Pause. You got JG this week. I gave him a guarantee this week, and it's nothing against you either, but he needs something going for him. Come on, you know he do. He 0-2. No points, bro. Like, you know he needs something. Like, it's nothing against you, RAQUAN, but he at the bottom. Like, you gotta give a dog a bone every now and then. So all you really gotta do is prove me wrong. I won't take it personal, because this is nothing personal either. If you prove me wrong, you know I'm wrong. Sometimes I gotta be wrong. Sometimes I am wrong. Also, keep the devil out your ear. You know who they say the devil is. Coming out number 8, down 1 spot from last week, sitting at an 0-2 record, we got LOPEZ. Coming out number 7, up 2 spots from last week, sitting at a 1-1 record, we got JUSTYN. A bounce back week from the rook. All you needed was that guarantee from me. Should I take credit for that? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want nothing good or bad from your team. All your failures and your successes are your own. That's all you. And that goes for any owner. You gotta get the job done again this week though. Unless you wanna fall to 1-2. Coming out number 6, down 1 spot from last week, sitting at a 2-0 record, we got Josh. I know you are 2-0, and you might be asking, why am I at number 6? Most know that the power rankings are not the standings, and I know you know that, Josh. I know you do. And just remember, standings are what get you into the playoffs, not the power rankings. Power rankings just really ranks on how good or bad a team may be. Now, Josh, you aren't a fraud 2-0, but you aren't the best 2-0 either. You know, last week was no bueno. even though you won, but it was no bueno. Just sneaking by JAHMAR like that was ugly, because you know how shitty JAHMAR is. No disrespect to JAHMAR, but your team is shitty. So Josh, you can't do that again. Putting up that little amount of points, don't let that shit happen again. And yes, you did drop in rankings after a win and still 2-0. It's fine. Long season ago. Coming at number 5, up 1 spot from last week, sitting at a 1-1 record, we got MARKEL. Only person to rise in the rankings this week after a loss. That old Doomsday bench though, they haunt you this season. It might. That shit might have cost you a win, a playoff spot, we don't know. I'm just saying it could come back to haunt you. For your sake, hopefully not. Standings wise, you're still top half of the league. Not by much, but still top half, because the league is really close when it comes to points. So just keep the foot on the gas. Coming at number 4, down 3 spots from last week, sitting at a 1-1 record, we got PAPE. I know you lost this week, but never have I ever been worried about PAPE not applying pressure. Y'all know where PAPE from? He's from New York. Harlem. I think he's from Harlem, right? PAPE from Harlem? You're not from the Bronx. You're from Harlem, right? RPT and all them MO6, right? But it was a bad week for your team. But everyone is allowed a bad week. This might be a bad week for you, but like shit, this could have been a great week for some other teams at the bottom. JG, you do got some comp this week, so you better lock in. Coming at number 3, up 1 spot from last week, sitting at a 2-0 record, we got SEKAYI. Who would have thought SEKAYI would have been a top 3 team? You just got to keep winning, bro. A lot of teams counted you out. And this is actually your best start to a season in league history. From losing the league to being a top team, it's still very early. You still got to finish the season. But not just finish the season, you got to finish it strong. You trying to make the playoffs, right? You want your first playoff appearance, right? So don't be one of the few who start off strong and finish the season missing the playoffs. Don't let that happen. Big game this week against the Antagonist. Both of y'all undefeated teams, but there only could be one after this week. You are projected to lose, but so are you in your first 2 games. So clearly projections don't mean shit. And not only that, you outscored your projections. Hats off to you, man. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Coming in at number 2, up 1 spot from last week, sitting at a 2-0 record, we got the Antagonist. Are we surprised with the Antagonist after these 2 weeks? Putting that BTA against his opponents is nothing new. These past 2 weeks, you look right to me. No diddy. This week your team didn't stutter at all. Some teams can't say that. Coming at number 1, up 1 spot from last week, sitting at a 2-0 record, we got VONTAE. Since we've revised our power rankings a few years ago, this is your first time sitting at number 1 in the power rankings. This is new territory for you. Shit, so don't start acting different now. And this is also actually the first time you've been 2-0. Congrats on that. Still a long way to go. You got the points as to why you're a top team. So you really should have everyone respect right now. But you still gotta keep winning if you want to be that guy. Are you gonna make that happen?
That's all, folks.